What are you gonna do?
Told you. We're gonna hang out. Gonna watch a movie. Gonna take some pictures. I wanna pay you.
You read the title, right? I feel like I can finally, comfortably, and confidently say that I am an unashamed, proud, and active fan of You see, this all started when I was first recommended the show. I really enjoyed it. The world and the characters were fun to follow on their journey and development. But after watching JoJo's, things started to change. I would catch myself at the most randomest times just posing out of nowhere. Men started to get my attention more and more. And I started to have this weird craving for what I can only guess is some sweet unsucked fuck. I don't know, I just couldn't place it. But then I started to notice things in the real world that appeared out of the ordinary. I realized too late at a funeral for my friend whose cause of death was something called cancer. At that moment, I knew things weren't adding up. How could someone who was so healthy die out of the blue from this so-called cancer? And that's when it hit me. It had to be the work of an enemy stand that killed my friend in order to get to me. So I stood up and tried to open the coffin to find out the truth. But that's when everyone there tried to stop me. So I pulled out my stand, Trappo, and everyone backed away, confirming my suspicion that they were all stand users since they could see my stand. Even with my strappo, I knew I couldn't take them all on, so I had no choice but to jump out the window. I knew where I had to go. That's to Egypt. To find the man behind all of this, and to find the so-called cancer stand user to avenge my friend. So I headed to the airport to catch a flight. But before that, I had to satisfy my hunger by giving a guy that 3,000. While waiting in line for the flight, enemy stand users wearing matching uniforms tried to stop me from getting on the plane. So me and Strappo fought them off and boarded the plane on our way towards Egypt. Everyone on the plane was a stand user since they could see my Strappo. But they must have known they couldn't beat me, so they cooperated. But I knew I had to keep my guard up in case one of them posed a threat. That's when someone with a stand they called Air Marshal revealed themselves and challenged me to a standoff. Their stand looked and worked just like mine, but I managed to gain the upper hand and come out victorious, striking a pose after his defeat. Finally, the plane landed in Egypt. I knew I had to be quick. There were men waiting for me, surrounding the plane. They were also wearing matching uniforms, so I knew they were also stand users. So I snuck out. And then, wait, what? I'm not a JoJo's fan? I haven't even finished part 3 yet? I'm just gay? Well, what's the difference?
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.